Well, hello, and welcome again. I need to check the sound. Hello. Okay, so it's working. Today I'll just finish rest of the comics, so I'm not expecting many viewers or any at all because oh my god, um, too much sound outside. Sorry for that inconvenience. I can't control that. Anyways, so I'm not expecting many viewers because it's the second part of the drawing. So yeah, oh my god, why this is why I do it late, but still they're just out there making noise. Anyways, so yeah, this is the second part of the comics creating process, and yeah, uh, this is the second page that I was drawing. So right now I'm doing more of other pages. So a lot of issues that I tried to fix, as in try to make the process faster. Let's see how things work out because I've done few mistakes while outlining the first chapter. My first chapter outline is done, so probably from second chapter I will rectify these issues. So yeah, first thing first I learned is that the outline issue, I really need to uh, have closed boundaries. However, sometimes open boundaries look good, like some places are missing from the outline. But in those cases, you have to make a separate outline with the shade color. Second thing is I'm not sure. I think a lot of my time goes doing cleanups, like cleaning outline. That's kind of that takes a lot of time. First of all, second of all, it's the least um, wanted process for me. Like I do not like doing outline. I like coloring, however, even though I'm drawing it in black and white, I'm doing it in black and white, or rather grayscale. I really like creating values and shading and all that. It kind of that's why while I started doing the shading, I generally colored each part manually because it's kind of how should I put it? It's uh, relaxing, kind of like adult coloring book, but here you have done the outline yourself, and it felt relaxing, but yeah, it's really time consuming, so it's better to use a bucket tool and fill the base color and then add shades. So generally I was thinking, how should I move with this thing, grayscale comics. Should I keep everything white and just shade with a brush, like sketch with a brush, or should I actually fill the figures and the scenes with different shades of gray and then shade on it? I just chose the second option because it's really hard to let go of your habit of coloring things, just drawing the character and shading with you. I used to do that when I used to work with pens and pencil, but while doing digital I feel like, oh, I'm doing so little, I need to color it, but I'm not going to do it because I chose grayscale mode. So how can I compensate the psychological pressure of not doing enough with my work? So this is how. And yeah, this the last three panel of the page took way less time because uh, first of all it's easier, like it is not as complicated as the first two panel. Second was I sometimes used the bucket tool. Yeah, it's true, bucket tool is a lifesaver and I should have given it much more importance, which I didn't do. So yeah, this is how I started. Of course, right now I'm doing the 7th or 8th page as well, so I kind of changed this process. I wouldn't say I changed because I have been doing this from the very beginning, but I thought since I'm going to put it on display like S form stream, I'll just sometimes I'll just use manual coloring of all the panels and stuff. So yeah, pardon me if I don't speak much because I'm not really well today. I'm a bit under the weather, so maybe that's why I feel so down and my voice is so lethargic, to be honest. One of the issues I feel like while making these comic pages is that I can't really talk about the topic of the comics. It's as long as I'm not publishing it, I need to publish it first. So it's difficult not to talk about what it is and about the oh my god, I'm still my voice. Anyways, so yeah, it's difficult not to talk about it, not to talk about the topic, and it. I hope it will be interesting, but mainly it is science fiction based. What else can I say? Is I wouldn't advertise it by saying, "Oh, it's so different from other comics and all that." It's kind of a goofy way of expressing stuff. Kind of science fiction. It's not hard science fiction. I wouldn't say that because in general, in hard science fiction, there are lots of theories and information about science and science fictions. So it's not exactly that, but yeah, it is mainly science fiction. Every time I try to write fantasy, I kind of end up with a science fiction story, and seriously, it's so difficult to write a good science fiction story. I mean, it's not just me. I mean, when I like to read science fiction genre, I really like some good stories. A lot of it is pretty common science fiction tropes, but yeah, I'm not saying just because it's common is bad, but how should I put it? Like, I found science fiction genre is not that much catered to at as much as fantasy. I mean, I know there always will be someone who uh, would not agree with me, but yeah, I it's just my opinion. I mean, I when I see science fiction as opposed to fantasy or other genres, not many people actually write science fiction, or kind of, maybe it's the region I'm from, that's why I'm saying maybe there are lots of science fiction in certain other part of the world, I don't know. But in my experience, the books I've seen, science fiction books are generally a little bit underwhelming as opposed to, fantasy, rom-com, or whatever. I generally don't read romance books because it's just I don't know, I mean, it feels weird for me. I don't like much of romance book. I like fantasy, science fiction, detective, thriller, and all that. If the story is good, probably those slice of life book and historical book, depending on the story, that is. But yeah, what else? Oh, a horror book, ghosts and paranormal stuff, that is also good. Those books are not all, but yeah, I've read some good ones. So I'm not sure how good it is, but I liked to use this hatching brushes or crosshatch brush. I don't know what to call them. They, it's just, it looks good from my perspective. I asked the other day if it looks good or not. Some people said it is fine. Some said it's yeah, whatever. But yeah, I kind of like this brush, to use this brush. I don't know how it would look from a really close up, but from a distance they look good. Probably I have to reconsider it after I'm done doing all that stuff. I don't know. And this is another reason I'm super slow, because I need to do everything to the T. Like if there's one pixel of color you know that's spilling out or not within the boundary, or too much inside the boundary, like there's, and it didn't fill the entire area, then I have to go and fix it. It's kind of like how should I put it nicely? I cannot put it nicely. It's just obsessive, like it's kind of like OCD. So that's another reason it takes so much time for me. But yeah, I guess that happens because I was checking someone's video who also makes comics, and they said they took 1 year before debuting. Like they when they were making buffer chapters, they took 1 year to make all those buffer chapters, and I was like, oh my god, do I need to do this for 1 year before I even can post a chapter? That's such a long time. But yeah, I don't know. If I see I can finish more chapter faster, then probably I'll post it before this year ends. But if it's super slow, this is July, right? September, October. Okay. So if it's super slow, then it will be next year. But I am trying super okay, that's wrong way of speaking English. It's like super much, but I'm trying my best to finish at least 5 to 10 chapter. I mean, 10 chapter is asking too much. Probably 5 chapters before I start posting. So let's see what I can do, how much I can do, and I'll start posting them as soon as possible. Super unhelpful advice: do not color your project like this. Seriously, I'm just doing it for fun because this is just for the stream and all that. But use bucket tools. This is super time consuming, and that's why it's obviously good to have closed border when you're outlining. Yeah, I mean, I do like open borders sometimes, like some parts is missing, like anime or manga style. But still, if you are going to fill up with color or grayscale, whatever, and not just plain sketch and let it go, then it's best to draw closed border. Just look over here, like the tree. It's open, like you cannot fill it with the bucket tool. So this was the hard take I had. Also, yeah, you can do that. Like you can draw another border with the color you're filling it with and then fill it with a bucket tool. But again, this is extra work. So yeah. See, this is the problem with open border, like keeping your outline open. It will fill entire page. Seriously, I had so many instances of this thing happening to me because I decided to have a, how should I put it? I decided to have a stylish way of drawing with some opening in between. I don't know what to call it. Like it's not exactly traditional comics way. It's kind of like the manga way. But yeah, that would be a huge pain in the neck or wherever you get your pain um, later on in the process because of the coloring and filling up and all that. I do use gap recognition in cases like this, but it's far from perfect. It sometimes just spill the color all over the place, or sometimes it doesn't feel it. It's not really reliable. I used to depend on gap recognition a lot, but it's not exactly a reliable way of drawing, to be honest. Yeah, I have to do this after using gap recognition again, erase and repaint and all that. So lesson learned, lesson learned. I won't deny that it was a wrong choice to use drawing like this, like to make these gaps in between just for artistic purposes. Well, that's about it. Uh, this is the page so far. Yeah, so I actually got the page here, but I mean, you can see how it look from up close. With however, the quality is not as good here. I don't know why. Maybe because it's showing 720p. That's why the quality kind of gone bad. But yeah, it is 600 dpi, so it shouldn't be bad otherwise. So this is the full page, black and white page, grayscale. Yeah, so that's about it, and we're done for today. If you were here watching this, thanks for watching. If you're not here, well, what can we do? Um, I don't know how long I'll keep this live stream up because I hardly get any views on my live stream, so probably I'll go back to upload videos. I don't know what I'll do. I'd appreciate if people visit my live stream, but yeah, I'm not going to force anyone. So let's see what I'll do. Yeah, that's about it. That's all. That's all, folks. And see you later. Bye.